guys, Kyle Rogers here with Tickled Dragon Forge. We've got a fabrication project that we're going to work on today with some sheet metal. So I've got 1/8 inch cold rolled steel, and we're going to be cutting out a base for some ceramic churches for a client. So if you'll step over here, I'll show you what we're working with. We've already cut out some inserts that are going to go into the middle, and we started with a cutoff wheel for the main cuts, and then we transitioned to a Dremel for the inside to get a little bit tighter into the corners and to clean up the edges so that we don't have sharp points on the surface. Most of the time, when we're making precise cuts like this, we want to avoid run over on the cutoff wheel, but since these are not going to be visible, that was not a concern for us today. So we went a little bit over on the main cuts. We're not too worried about it. What I want to talk with you guys about today and demonstrate a little bit is some of the safety measures that you really need to be taking when using ceramic cutoff wheels. These things do have a tendency to chip and sometimes shatter as you are using the tool if you're not using it properly. So proper safety equipment is really essential, and the main things that we're going to be using to help protect ourselves are safety glasses and a face shield. Both of these are critical, and I highly recommend that you do not remove your safety glasses even when you're using a face shield. You would be surprised at the physics bending feats that some of these particles can undertake, and they'll fly right up into your face even with the shield in place. So keep the glasses on even when you're using a face shield. We're also going to use some hearing protection because cutoff angle grinders do get very loud, so just keep yourselves safe. Okay, so if you come back and look at what the pieces that we're going to be cutting out, you will see that we have several different shapes that we need to make with our cuts. We have some straight lines, which will be very easy, and then we have a curved perimeter around this side and this side. Making curved cuts with a straight wheel is very challenging. It is very tempting when making curved cuts to try to curve the angle grinder as you're coming around the cut. This is the improper way to use this tool. Bending a cutoff wheel, especially the ceramic ones, but also the steel ones, while you are cutting puts too much torque on the wheel. And this is where we run into problems. This is where we cause the wheel to shatter. So we want to avoid that at all costs. So what we're going to do is make some very precise straight cuts, and then we'll go back and clean up our sharp points with the Dremel tool afterwards. So I'll demo that for you now. So you'll notice that as I'm making my cuts, I'm pausing, lifting the wheel out of the cut, and observing where I've made my cut. The goal here is to make sure that the main point of contact is cutting through the work surface and giving me a well-established cut line along the perimeter where I need to be making my cuts. I'm not moving the blade as I go. I'm simply making a straight cut all the way through the material and then moving and repositioning to make the next cut. As I continue around the circumference, I will create a false curve. It'll be maybe a hexagonal shape or maybe a septagonal, depending on how many cuts I make. I can always go back and grind down those high points to give me a nice smooth curve to that perimeter of the circle. I'm not twisting the blade, I'm making straight up and down cuts.
Hey y'all, thanks for watching. Please be sure to like and share the video, and if you have any questions or suggestions for things that we can cover in some future videos, please be sure to comment below. Remember, create, don't hate. We'll see you in the next one.